everyone. My name's Miss Allie, and welcome. We're so glad you're here.
That's right. And I'm Tiny Tim. Today we're continuing our series called Joining Jesus.
That's right. We're talking about all the ways we can join Jesus in what he's already doing. We don't have to figure out how to do the job he gave us to tell the world all on our own. He's already making that happen. We just need to join him.
That's right. Last week we learned to see what Jesus is up to.
Yes, and that means we look at those little interruptions in our lives as Jesus giving us a nudge to say, look what I'm doing. Come and join me.
That's right. So if someone is sitting by themselves on the bench at the playground, it might be a little nudge from Jesus that he's up to something. We can join him by going to talk to them and by showing kindness.
That's right. But seeing what Jesus is up to isn't the only step for joining Jesus. So today, I brought something else that will help us remember our next point.
Where is it?
Here it is.
That's such a fun clue. I might know what this one means, but I'm not gonna say it yet. How about we check out the story and then we can see if I'm right.
That's a great plan.
Let's do it.
Saul was a Pharisee, trained in the law, strict in his standards, and unstoppable in his violent actions toward Christians. Saul was the man who had presided over the death of Stephen. His passion in life was to squash the message of Jesus and put as many Christians in jail as he could. Many Christians were afraid of Saul. He traveled the country, sniffing out their meetings, capturing their leaders, and persecuting the followers. Saul was a powerful and evil force against the church. What happened next? Nobody expected. Not the fearful Christians, and especially not Saul himself. Saul was on a trip to a city called Damascus. All of a sudden, a blinding light flashed from the sky, many times brighter than the sun. The searing intensity blinded Saul. He fell from his horse as the caravan stumbled to a confused halt. Then, a voice louder than anything that Saul had ever heard boomed from heaven with a single question. Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? Who are you, Lord? Saul whimpered humbly in response. I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting. Get up and go into the city, and you will be told what you are to do. Saul's life would never be the same. He shakily stood to his feet, unable to see anything. In an instant, Saul had met God. His persecuting days were over. He was forever changed. Saul went to the place where God told him to go, the house of a Christian who lived in Damascus. Saul didn't eat or drink, but instead he prayed and prayed and prayed. God told a man named Ananias to visit Saul. Ananias was afraid, but God responded with the shocking news about Saul. Go, for he is a chosen instrument of mine to carry my name before the Gentiles, kings, and the children of Israel. Ananias went to the house where Saul was staying. Brother Saul, Ananias spoke to him, Jesus sent me to you so you can be healed and filled with the Holy Spirit. Saul's eyes were opened, and his heart was changed. He was called by a different name, too. No longer was he Saul the persecutor. Now he was Paul the missionary.
That was great! I love hearing how Jesus changed Paul's life, and I think I know what the ear is for. It's to remind us to hear what Jesus is saying.
You're right. Paul met Jesus on the road to Damascus, and Jesus spoke directly to him. But Jesus can communicate in all sorts of ways, and we can hear him with our ears, but also with our hearts.
Yeah, that's right, because Ananias heard Jesus in a vision.
Yes. And did you know we have a way to hear from Jesus that the early church didn't have?
Really?
The Bible!
Oh, yeah! They only had the Old Testament teachings, but they didn't have the Gospels yet. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The first 4 books of the New Testament that tell us about Jesus' life on earth.
Yes, I love reading those books because it's where I get to hear Jesus' teaching. Jesus wants to teach us all the same things he taught his followers, all the ways he loved, served, and taught people, and he is still at work doing that today. So when we listen to him, we can join Jesus in what he is doing today.
So I can see what Jesus is up to and then hear what Jesus is saying? But the Bible is the only way I can hear what Jesus is saying?
No, Jesus communicates to us in all sorts of ways. We can spend time praying, and praying isn't always talking, it's listening too.
Can Jesus speak to us through someone else?
Yes, we can also learn from other Christians.
Oh, that's why we go to church together and listen to church leaders and other grown-ups who share God's truth.
Yes, sometimes when he's up to something, he's telling a bunch of people the same thing all at the same time.
So I can hear what Jesus is saying? Hey, that's our bottom line for today. Let's all say that together. Hear what Jesus is saying. And once we hear what Jesus is saying, we just need to follow him.
You got it. When we see what Jesus is up to, and when we hear what Jesus is saying, we're joining Jesus in the work that he is doing. Things like loving others, sharing joy, spreading peace.
Oh, love, joy, peace? Hey, that sounds like the fruit of the Spirit.
Yeah, you're right. The Bible calls these things fruit. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness. A tree grows fruit when it's healthy and well taken care of. When we spend time with Jesus, we're taking good care of our spiritual selves, and our lives will be like a tree that grows good fruit.
Interesting. So if we act in love, joy, peace, which is fruit, those things will show that our relationship with Jesus is healthy. Except this fruit won't sprout out of our heads. It will be shown in our lives.
Exactly. And that's what our Bible verse is about this month. Let's all stand up and say it together.
Are you ready, Miss Allie?
I'm ready.
Oh, I know I'm ready. Here we go. When you bear
a lot of fruit, it brings glory to the Father. It shows that you are my disciples. John 15:8.
Let's say that again. I really like that fruit action. It's pretty fun, isn't it?
Me too. Okay, ready? When you bear a lot of fruit, it brings glory to my Father. It shows that you are my disciples. John 15:8.
That's so cool. I want to hear what Jesus is saying to me so that I can grow good fruit. And I hope you want to as well.
Absolutely. Let's be joining Jesus this week and hear what Jesus is saying. See you next time.
Bye.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open Jesus to lead us. We're on the right track. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. And we stand together. Your power pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. I'm feeling good, good, good in a crazy way. God's love changed me more than I can say. Can't keep this in, gotta let it out. Gonna tell the whole world that your love is spinning me round and around. Yeah, it's turning me upside down. I can't believe the way you love me more than I can contain. I'm gonna turn around and give it away. I'm gonna give it away. I'm gonna give it away. I want the world to